guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Lindy, aka Paleobarbie. If you're new here, welcome. This is going to be a recipe video. I'm making a tomato pie. It's a big southern thing. I don't know if all of you guys have made it or had it before as a southerner, but it is a southern thing. It's mostly a summer thing because tomatoes from the garden and all the things. It's savory and it's delicious. I'm going to make a keto version, and I'm going to make my mom and my husband one with a puff pastry pie crust. But I'm going to be making a keto crust for me. I just thought it sounded good. The tomatoes are so nice right now. It's just something different to do with the tomatoes. You can have it as a brunch, as a dinner, as a lunch. You could have it alongside something else. You could have it for 4th of July. It would be perfect for 4th of July as a side dish. So I am going to go get that started, and I will share that with you, how to make it. Alright guys, for this tomato pie, you're going to need the following ingredients. If you're making a keto crust, you're going to need some almond flour, butter, 1 egg, and some salt for the crust. For the other parts of the pie, we're going to need some Italian seasoning, garlic powder, black pepper, also salt, a shallot, at least 4 large tomatoes. I've got more over here because I'm making 2 pies. I've got the boursin cheese, some fresh basil, and some mayo. And a lot of recipes call for white cheddar and mozzarella, but I'm using Gruyere and Swiss with some mozzarella. You can use whatever cheese you want. You can use yellow cheddar. You can use whatever you want. You can make it spicy, add jalapeno cheddar or pepper jack or whatever. It's your taste, your pie. You can do whatever you want. You can add bacon, whatever you want to add. We're keeping it simple with these ingredients today. But first things first, I got to make my crust so that I can have a crust, or bake it first so I can have some stuff to put these in. But I also need to slice my tomatoes, because the first thing you want to do is slice your tomatoes and let them sit a while. You salt them, let them sit about an hour so that all the extra juice can get out of them. That way you don't have a watery pie. Alright, I've got those salted and they are sliced and just going to sit here for about an hour, and then we will dab them dry before we put them in the pie. For my keto crust, I've got 2.5 cups of almond flour. I've got my salt, and I went ahead and put some garlic powder in here because I thought, why not, with the tomato flavoring and all the things going in. I thought that would taste good. I melted a 1/2 cup of butter. I'm going to let that cool off, and then we're going to add that and 1 egg to this mixture, mix it together, and press it into our pie pan. Alright, I got my butter cooled off. I'm going to go ahead and pour that in here and add my egg. Now I'm going to mix it all together and then put it in my pie pan. Alright, it's going to look like this. It's going to start pressing together and look a little crumbly, but that's okay because we're going to press it with our hands into the pie pan.
What was that? It's going to be here in an hour or 2.
Alright, and you're just going to keep going around until you have it the way you want, and then you can take a fork and make decorations if you would like on the edges or however you want to do it. Alright, I did some fork marks on the outside. I don't think you'll even be able to see those anyway with the pie, but I'm going to put this in the oven for about 12 minutes. Alright, this is done. I'm just going to let this cool for a while, and then I will make the filling. Alright, for the filling, I've got a little over 2 cups, both of those bags, probably of shredded cheese. I've got all my seasonings. My shallots are down at the bottom. I'm going to put 2 cups of mayonnaise. So if you're making 1 pie, you need a cup of the 2 cheeses and the mayonnaise. But I'm putting double because I am making 2. So I'm going to get the mayonnaise in here and get this all mixed up. Alright, this is good and mixed together. I'm just going to put this aside until my pie crust cools, and then I will show you guys what to do. Alright, so now that this is cool, we're going to go ahead and start assembling our pie. I went ahead and took a paper towel and patted down all the tomatoes. So that's the first thing you need to do. Then we're gonna put our first layer on here. All right, so I've got some garlic powder, some Italian seasoning, and some fresh basil sprinkled on top of this first layer. Now I'm gonna sprinkle some of the boars and cheese on there, and then we're gonna put our second layer, and then we will top it with the other mixture. All right, that's what it looks like. Then I'm gonna go ahead and I've started my second layer of tomatoes. All right, so that's my second layer. I've got my seasoning, put the basil. I'm gonna skip the boars and cheese for the top because I'm putting the other topping on top. All right, that's it, guys. I'm just gonna put this in the oven until golden brown. All right, these are done. We're going to let them cool before we take a taste test. All right, I just tasted it and I think it's delicious. You guys make it and tell me what you think. All right, guys, thanks for watching this recipe video. I hope you guys try it and let me know if you do any tweaks. I would love to see what you would add to it. You could add some bacon to it. That would be really good. Or anything, really. Let me know if you try this.